Some people fall into dungeons and crawl their way out stronger. Others fall into dungeons and get absolutely clapped by statues with attitude. This is one of those stories. But first, a massive shout out to everyone who's been supporting Carmic.com. Whether you bought merch, sent a super chat, or dropped a gift, y'all are the real MVPs. We've got some big goals this summer, and your support is helping us bring the American Atasha community to new heights. Seriously, thank you from the bottom of our monster-slaying, anime-loving hearts. Now, if this video hits 300 likes, we'll know you want more betrayals, more monsters, and more of Jin-Woo's ridiculous glow-up. So go ahead, smash that like button like it's a statue about to ruin your day, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. All right, let's dive into the pain, the chaos, and the plot armor. This is episodes 1 and 2, The Dungeon Betrayal Arc. A voice spoke, clear, direct, and most terrifying of all, it was only in his head. Sung Jin-Woo wasn't dreaming, and this wasn't some cheap knockoff VR game. No, floating in front of him was a quest prompt, a very real one. With the enthusiasm of someone opening their own eviction notice, Jin-Woo tapped the message. Daily quest, the preparation to become powerful. 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, run 10 kilometers. Warning, failure results in a penalty. His reaction? Let's just say the language wasn't exactly family-friendly. How long had it been since he was stuck as an E-rank hunter? That title clung to him like a bad smell. Sure, his body was a bit tougher, healed a little faster, but that was about it. If not for the Hunter Association covering his mother's hospital bills, he would have quit long ago and settled into a nice, quiet job where monsters didn't try to stab you every Tuesday. But here he was, broke, exhausted, and on another raid. Because bills don't pay themselves, especially the 1,000,001 kind. This one was supposed to be a routine cleanup. Low-level gate, supervised by the association, nothing fancy. Hunters gathered, cracked jokes over cheap coffee, and pretended not to notice the mounting anxiety. Yo, Mr. Kim, you still in this game? Yeah, my wife's pregnant again. Got a fun baby number 2 somehow. Classic hunter bonding. Then someone approached. Hey, it's Sung Jin-Woo. The room relaxed. Mr. Park blinked. Wait, isn't he supposed to be the weakest hunter? And Mr. Kim nodded. Yep. Nickname's the world's weakest. Total glass cannon, minus the cannon. Park frowned. Then why's everyone acting like we just got an S rank in the squad? Because if Jin-Woo's here, this raid's probably a joke. They don't send him on anything harder than a fetch quest. They laughed. Jin-Woo smiled back politely, pretending he hadn't heard every word. He had. Super hearing's a curse. Coffee, please? He asked an association employee. Sorry, we just ran out. Even the coffee was conspiring against him. He wiped his nose as the cold wind slapped his face. Of course, just another day in the miserable life of Korea's weakest hunter. Why do you keep doing this? Asked the healer, Yoo-Jin Ho, a B rank with the patience of a saint and the bedside manner of a therapist. I'm doing this as a hobby, Jin-Woo replied, deadpan. A hobby? You almost died last week. You'll be reading comics in the afterlife at this rate. She wasn't wrong. The raid was already wrapping up, and once again, Jin-Woo had barely survived and barely made anything, the E-rank magic core in his hand, worth less than a decent dinner. Then someone shouted, "There's another entrance." The mood shifted. A double dungeon? That was rare, like lottery ticket rare. Veteran Hunter Song Chi-Yul lit a fireball and sent it down the tunnel. It vanished into the darkness. Cautiously, the party gathered. Song made the call. The gate won't close until the boss is down. That tunnel's hiding the real boss. Protocol said they should exit, contact the association, and wait. But then again, money. Mr. Park hesitated. His wife was pregnant. Postnatal care wasn't cheap. If someone else kills the boss, we lose the reward, Song pointed out. Let's vote. 17 hunters. The vote came to 8-8. The final vote? Sung Jin-Woo. He hesitated. His sister was preparing for college. They had no savings. If he gave up here, he'd be giving up on her future. I'll go, he said. They entered. It felt endless. Stone walls, eerie silence, deeper and darker with each step. 40 minutes of walking, Kim muttered. Still no boss. They debated turning back, and then they found it. A giant door, bigger than any dungeon door they'd seen. Mr. Song stepped forward. This is the boss room. Some hunters whispered rumors of treasure hidden in double dungeons, of low-level guilds that rose to fame overnight. They couldn't let this chance slip away. And because no one's seen a horror movie, they open it. The door creaked open. Inside was a massive temple-like room, moss-covered stone, statues on every wall, and in the center, a giant, a statue, towering, divine, terrifying. Is that the boss? It didn't move. The hunters spread out. No monsters, no traps, just torches, stone, and more statues. One caught their attention, a winged statue holding a tablet. Mr. Song read it aloud. Commandments of the Cartanon Temple. Worship the Lord. Praise the Lord. Prove your faith to the Lord. Those who disobey will not leave alive. That's when Jin-Ho noticed something. The big one. Its eyes just moved. Jin-Woo turned to look. The statue hadn't budged. Then the torches went silent. Mr. Song kept reading, and then the temple door slammed shut. A panicked hunter ran to the door. Crunch! His head disappeared. One of the statues, armed with a mace, had struck him down in an instant and returned to its spot like nothing happened. Everyone froze. Jin-Woo looked up. The statue of God was now staring back at him, its eyes lit crimson. "Get down!" he shouted. A beam of energy exploded from its eyes. He barely tackled Jin-Ho to the floor in time. Others weren't so lucky. 16 entered, 11 survived. The remaining hunters stared in horror. Jin-Woo's instincts had saved them. But for how long? "Don't move!" Song shouted. Anyone who moved was targeted. Jin-Woo was hailed as the lucky charm again. And then they noticed Mr. Song's arm was gone. Time passed. Patience wore thin. One hunter, Mr. Ju, snapped. "We can't stay here forever." He ran for the door. Boom! All that remained were 2 ankles. There's a pattern, Jin-Woo realized. A rule. Like a game. He remembered the commandments. "Worship the Lord," he whispered. He slowly rose. The statue's eyes glowed. He dropped to the ground. The beam missed him by a hair. "It attacks when you rise above a certain height." He shouted to the others, "Everyone! Bow before the statue." They hesitated. Some cursed him, some laughed. But Mr. Song knelt. One by one, the rest followed. The crimson glow faded. They cheered until the ground shook. The statue of God stood, and it was angry. Now came the second commandment. "Praise the Lord." "Say less," one hunter said, stepping forward. "I'm in my church's choir." He sang with confidence. At first it seemed to work. The statue paused, then splat. The singing stopped. The choir boy was now a pancake. "You've got to be kidding!" Someone gasped. Chaos broke loose. The statue began crushing hunters like soda cans. Jin-Woo and the others ran. "Split up!" Mr. Park sprinted for the wall, tears in his eyes, thinking of his pregnant wife. He almost made it. Almost. A statue sliced him in half, top to bottom. Jin-Woo panted desperate. "Praise the Lord! Praise the Lord!" "Wait, the statues, they're all we've got." He shouted, "Everyone, find the statues with instruments." They obeyed. Each statue played a melody. One by one, the music filled the temple. The statue of God slowed, stopped, turned away from them, except Jin-Woo. His statue wasn't playing. Why? He realized he and Jin-Ho were at the same one. It only worked with one person. I'll draw it away. He ran, trying to protect Ju-hee, throwing his body in front of attacks like he's made of plot armor. As he bolted, the drums behind him started beating. His plan worked. One more trial remained. Prove your faith. At the center of the room, an altar rose. A sacrifice? Jin-Woo climbed up. Nothing happened. Then others joined him. Flames lit around the altar, one for each person. But now the door creaked open. Was it a trap? Someone ran. A red flame vanished. The door began closing. Jin-Woo's heart sank. It's testing us. It wasn't about escape. It was about resisting the temptation to flee. Another ran. Another flame vanished. Then Mr. Kim ran. Only 6 remained. With gaps in their formation, the statues began inching closer. We need 4 to keep a watch on the statues, Jin-Woo said. Go, take Jin-Ho, and leave. I can't, she cried. I promised to buy you dinner. Jin-Woo smiled. Here, use this. He handed her the pathetic E-rank core. Buy the cheapest meal you can. Mr. Song knocked her out gently and carried her to safety. Jin-Woo remained. He picked up Mr. Kim's sword. If I'm dying, I'm taking one of you freaks with me. But he was stabbed from behind. Lifted, crushed, broken, he saw his family's faces. I don't want to die. The sword fell. Then, time slowed. A voice echoed in his head. Quest complete. You've obtained the right to become a player. Do you accept? He laughed bitterly. Sure, why not? A flash. Then, white ceiling. Hospital. Alive. He checked beneath the blanket. Before he could confirm, a deep voice cut in. You've awakened. And that's how Korea's weakest hunter pulled off the ultimate no-death dungeon speedrun with 1 leg, a broken sword, and a whole lot of luck. Thanks again to everyone watching, and an extra shout out to our Carmic.com family for keeping the grind alive. If you enjoyed this chaos, hit that like button, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more episodes of Solo Leveling Reimagined. Until next time, stay strong, dodge those laser eyes, and level up.